classical method of making flower essences.
Okay.
Not only Dr. Bach uses them, but there are other modalities. I don't know them very well, but I know there are other approaches.
So ideally, it should be a sunny day, or it could
yes,
be, okay.
You should pick them in the morning, early in the morning, on a sunny day, and then set the ball in the sun with it. This is one method. The other method is
just to go back,
Yeah.
so the listeners get an idea. So the essence of that flower goes into the water.
Yes.
And then we remove the flower, and then you put the water that has been infused with the essence of this flower into these little bottles.
Yes,
And they
yes.
always have these little, what are they called? The dobblers? The drop thing. Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Well, what I haven't made them myself. I don't think I need to make them myself, because they are made.
But it's neat to know.
It's neat to know how they're made, and I like the essences from the Bach Center, which is in England, and I think they are the purest. It takes pure water. It takes
Sure.
You don't pick the flowers on the roadside. So, but they can be bought, and so that's
fascinating. I think that's just so fascinating that the flowers. I mean, some people are attracted to flowers. You know, when you
Yes.
go into a flower shop and you want a bouquet of flowers, but you're not quite sure, and then you start sniffing around. And what are you attracted to? So maybe that's what we're being attracted to is the essence, the healing essence of that flower. You know, and we smell it, and we keep it in our home, and we can look at it. It's probably doing everything that those Bach flower remedies are doing.
Absolutely.
It's probably doing the same thing in our, just
In
seeing
our
the
energy.
flowers.
Yeah. Let's talk about an example. For example, the remedy pine is a very important remedy for people who have guilt. For guilt, self-guilt, feeling guilty. And I experienced that just walking through a pine forest can
so
ease
nice.
that feeling, because there you are among the energy of the pine.
Yes. So hugging a tree.
Yes.
So it comes a whole different thing now to me. I'm going to go hug a tree. And what is this essence of this tree?
Yeah. Well, let's go back to our session. Another way to find out what the remedies a client needs can be. I like to work with cards. I have a set of cards with the flower essence devas of the Bach flowers. And especially when I work with children, I like to look at the pictures, and I say, well, tell me, which one do you prefer? Which one is speaking to you?
Yeah.
Why this picture is speaking to you? And then we can find out. And sometimes I'm surprised by myself what the client picks. And then I'm asking a little bit further. I'm probing a little bit more. And, oh, yes, sure.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It
makes
makes
sense.
sense,
Yeah, you're
absolutely.
sort of getting all these pieces of the puzzle, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is that.
Thank you for that. Let me just tell our listeners it's the Alternatives radio station, radio show rather, on CIDI 99.1 FM. And this is the Alternatives radio show. You have choices with Ilya Kavokis and my guest today, Franziska Geiser. We're talking about Bach flowers. I'm so curious about your cards. Is this also inspired through Bach? Is that, or did somebody take it and run with it and came
Somebody
up with this?
take it. Well, actually, I have two sets of cards. I have one set with photographs. I didn't bring it, and the other one is a painter in Germany who painted the devas, the Bach flower devas. Someone who was really inspired, and I really love to work with those. Because I find this person has really caught the essence.
They got it. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and of course, Dr. Bach, he died in the 30s of the 20th century. And there are other people who continued his work. There's one woman in Germany, Mechthild Schäfer, who wrote a number of books who were even translated in English. She's really, she didn't change things about the system, but she developed it and...
neat.
Yes, then it's also, maybe at the end I can give you a few hints about books. There's also Judy
Please
Howard.
do, because we only have a few more minutes. So
Okay, so there is Judy Howard. She works at the Bach Center, and she wrote books more specified, like Bach flower remedies for women.
Beautiful.
Then there is another book I have, Bach flower remedies for animals, because they work also on animals. Then I also have a book by Philip M. Chancellor, The Illustrated Handbook of the Bach Flower Remedies. And this is the book I would recommend you if you yourself would like to look into that and read a little about
wonderful resource books.
Yes,
not
really.
just leisure reading.
Just now there are a lot of websites too who give good information about Bach flowers.
So I just want to sort of recapitulate about Bach flowers. So when you're with a client and they're, some emotion stuff are coming up, you would give them, or perhaps, once you've decided, as you were talking with them and probing into their situation, you would take an empty bottle.
Yes.
And then you would put in what exactly?
Well, I put in... Once I have evaluated a client, I propose him up to 6 remedies. And sometimes it's also important how they are put together, because they can interact. Then I'll fill it into a bottle with clear water, with clear source water, and a little bit of alcohol or apple vinegar to stabilize. Then I put a few drops of each essence into that bottle, and it lasts for about a month. And people can take it 4 times a day. It lasts for
1 month. So it's sort of like an expiry to encourage them to use them.
Yes, and I recommend to take 4 drops 4 times a day. And
so, what do you see? Maybe you can just describe to listeners what exactly should they expect by taking these essences?
Usually, after a week or so, if I have chosen the right flowers, and I'm not perfect, it can happen that I don't choose the right flowers. After a week, they can observe a change in their emotions, in their
sort of a letting go,
or calming down, or having more energy can be also there. It's a wide range. And what I also want to mention is that Bach flowers have no side effects. They can be combined with medication.
Oh,
For myself, I discovered the Bach flowers during a cancer treatment. So you can, without fear, you can really use them even if you take other medications.
So it's a complementary.
It's a complementary because it's not a physical ingredient, but it's a energetic ingredient.
Yes, so it really goes to the source.
It goes to the source. It goes to your energy, but it helps to heal your body through your more balanced emotions and feelings.
Yes, and that's what we want to do, really, is we want to become more aware of our feelings and our emotions and how to be aware and to be closer to them and understand them without, instead of running away from them.
Yeah. And seeing the whole person, and not just the sickness.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Franziska, for coming today. And I just want to say you have a fabulous voice at Art Song Circle, a soprano extraordinaire. Thank you so much for listening. This is The Alternatives. You have choices. Ilya Kavukis. Have a wonderful day. If you need to reach us, it's 450-538-1111. See you next time.